I am a point of light, immortal soul, eternal. Nothing can destroy the soul. So I am fearless. I have good vibrations. So the nature, calamities of nature cannot hurt me. Vicious vibrations of the souls cannot influence me. I have to keep reminding myself that I am peaceful, loveful, immortal being. This body has limited lifespan. If I constantly maintain the awareness that I am mortal soul, then there is no fear of changing the body. I know that it is destined the moment when I need to change my part or change my costume. Costume changes, but I am same soul, a point of light. This practice is very, very important so that I am secure, stable, and remain free from fear. And if I keep practicing, the part I played in the cycle went through different ages, different scenes of drama, but now I am at confluence age. With the practice, I can emerge whichever form is needed, especially at this time. Service through the mind is very important. So I need to emerge my angelic form, form of light, and I send the thoughts of love, of peace in different directions and remain consistent in this angelic form. When I give, become donor or bestower, my deity form emerges. My divine form emerges because one who bestows, one who gives is deity. I have to constantly give and be detached also with no expectations, but just pure feelings and good wishes. So I play my part at this time in this Brahmin life as an angel now. Every moment, whatever happens, drama, scene is changing. So I don't think the scene which has gone, but stay present to observe the scene of the moment. And then this scene changes. Then there is another one. So angelic to deity, golden age deities don't perform charitable actions. It is at confluence age. My thoughts, my words, my actions are pure and charitable. So internally be very happy and light. And while being a karma yogi, just remember I am Brahman, so deity. So you could remain cheerful and inspire everyone Just be a bestower. Being a mortal soul, I accumulate all the power of charitable, elevated actions. Keep this awareness. And now we take Drishti from Baba to take power and blessings from Baba, to be consistent like Baba and Master Ocean and Bestower.
Om Shanti, welcome to Avyakti Parivar, special series 9 Nights of the Goddesses, Awakening Powers. Today's day 7. We'll be listening from Mohini Didi now.
Om Shanti. It's so beautiful. Every day we invoke one power within us. And I'm sure that as power is the energy which is very incognito, but during day you must be experiencing that you are able to use that power. And even if you are not aware, but if you had been paying attention to awaken that power within you, then naturally it's getting accumulated also. Invocation helps us so that we can use it at present, but also we can accumulate it. So today, one of the biggest influence in our life is within this cycle of time, is of time. Because generally they say that everything is predestined, right? But then we are making efforts. So, how we can be victorious? I remember Dadi Janki will always say that we say, Dadi, what we doing next year or something, we start planning with her. And she will say, I come to know in January how much extension of life I got from God based on my service, or of course body is one of the main instrument to carry out service. So she always had this thing that my body or duration of the lifespan It's not based on karmic account, but God will give me. And I sometimes used to think that how Baba extends my lifespan. Mm, Think about it. So, as much there are two things. One is one has to really what we call could be a sacrifice, not just renunciation, is of I and mind. It's a sacrifice. No, that's why they show they sacrifice goat, and Baba always makes tell us how goat makes the sound. It sounds like I, me in Hindi, and in English is I. And it's really so good if I can change I and then say, no, Baba, instead of mine, I say yours. Baba, yours. It's very simple actually, but not only simple, but attainments. Just imagine that when I say I, so it's very limited attainment, right? What I can do. What is my also limit. But when you say Baba, it's almighty, it's ocean. And when you say Babas, it's, this is Babas, then it's unlimited. Wherever you go to Baba's home, whichever center you go, you feel proud, no? Whosoever is there, oh, this is Baba's home. And internally, when I'm saying it's Baba's home, I'm saying it's also my home. Baba's home is fine because everything Baba has is mine. So it's really unlimited. So if this realization comes, we don't really feel I am sacrificing, but rather it is attainment that not I and mine, anything. And it's very, very interesting process or practice because you start feeling the change and you feel very happy. mm, Babas, Baba and Babas. mm, And also for everything, you don't feel uh, insecure or there is no fear. Belongs to Baba. This belongs to Baba. I am just trusting. These are not just, they are the words of knowledge, but it has power. So sacrifice of goat really is sacrifice. So when you are sacrificing and saying Baba and everything belongs to Baba, then what is happening? The actions which you are doing, one is just good action, right? We all are doing good actions, right? Whole day what we do. Good action. Nobody does bad action, right? But if you always remember Baba when you're doing actions, somewhere you are becoming victorious. Victory. That means you are getting the credits or reward of these elevated actions. And based on that, also you are bestowed or you are granted or blessed with and another year, you know. That means extension of your lifespan. How many of us wants to live long? I think that we used to tell Dadi Gulzar that my age is for you, my age is for you. You live forever. And she said, no, she's still in body. But why she, as long as Baba wants me to use as instrument, I want to remain in body. So that means even you don't have this desire, how long one wants to live. because you just leave it and you are victorious because you also have surrendered your body to Baba. Doesn't mean we don't have to take care or no, definitely Baba says you are responsible for your own body, but also always remember mm, that I am an instrument of Baba. I can say it with confidence that is Baba's energy that helps you to play your part. And then you know, like I know, it's until Baba wants me to play this part, to use this instrument, it will happen. I can't think of anything else, only this. No? So, with this awareness of Baba, everything belongs to Baba. Body also belongs to Baba. You are becoming victorious. You are becoming the conqueror. Otherwise, every moment, every hour, there is certain things destined in drama. They can affect you. So it's very interesting when I should say drama. When should I say, no, it's Baba? No, both are very necessary. Acceptance of drama is important. If something happens to body, recently there was one soul. She came to know something wrong with the body. She couldn't accept. No, Baba, you cannot do this to me. And we know Baba doesn't do. So I said, somewhere you stop it and accept it. And then you start gaining energy. But if you keep questioning all the time, this cannot happen. Not to me, Baba. I can't tolerate. But if you accept it, surrender it, and just say, okay, Baba, I will be just in your remembrance. And from there onwards, you are gaining new energy that is of your winning, your victory. And that is where the extension or your capacity so that Baba can use the body as an instrument. If I spend that time instead of struggling and people go into so many different things, for me, I just said, but I have to leave body in remembrance of Baba. So what I have to do now? Remember Baba. Do subtle efforts. Be in angelic stage. And it's really good. You don't feel anything. So you start becoming victorious. So today actually is the day of Goddess Kali. Yeah, you all have seen the image of Kali. Actually, we should show you in the beginning with a garland of skulls and sacrifice of goats in front, blood all over. mm, Kali. So there are three meanings. One is Kal means time. In Hindi, Kal means time. Second, Kali, Kal is death. And then the third is Kal, Kali means dark, ignorance, darkness of ignorance. So we take three aspects here. First is time, which I explain you, that how every moment, sometimes you realize it's moving, drama is changing, and then it's accurate. There cannot be ever miscalculation that, oh, this shouldn't have happened with me, or why am I here? It's perfect. Calculation of karmas or whatever creates a scene, a situation. So, importance of time we understand. And now, when it comes to death, are we all victorious over death? Because there is nothing like death for us, is this? Mm, I am immortal. But if I haven't, as I mentioned, sacrificed I and mine, then there is still fear. What will happen? Mm. So we had been practicing, let's say, bodiless stage. So there is a situation which is very violent situation where there's danger. What I do? Mm. I always remember that story of Brahma Baba's life, mm, that when someone uh, hired a man to go and kill Brahma Baba, so he went with the sword night time. And when he went, he saw Brahma Baba lying, but he saw light. And he got so scared suddenly, and sword fell, so made a big sound. So everyone just uh, came and he just said to Baba, forgive me. So Baba has demonstrated that in various situations, you don't have to be scared, but be in an angelic stage. Angelic stage. So Brahma Baba, hmm, angelic stage, and also very beautiful. I had been using recently very much into hmm, just bodiless power of silence. And silence, deep silence, will create such powerful vibrations. It will clear the negative energy of obstacles. See, as every step we take forward, hmm, there will be some obstacles. So, how do I keep removing these obstacles? Become obstacle free. It can, your spiritual growth, it can be obstacle. Your clear intellect, it can be obstacle. That means you get confused very quickly. Many different ways obstacles will come. So, how do I become a victorious soul? Become angelic, be bodiless. Sometimes it happens that you are in a situation where your body, you have no choice, so your body is very tired. And if you are bodiless, when that time is over, you will feel as much I thought I will be tired, but really it's not that much. After rest, I feel very good. But if you keep thinking how lose patience, anxiety, these days there is lot of not tension but anxiety, lot of very subtly. As soon as we are hearing now that more people getting sick more, so anxiety is increasing. Precautions are good. So time has influence on our mind, but I have to be victorious. Because living in fear and anxiety is kind of slowly dying, right? But also within us, there shouldn't be any kind of uh, what I call it, the dark corners. I have to be completely full of light as an angel. When I say dark corners, somewhere the sanskars, no? And that is why we say uh, night of ignorance, darkness of ignorance. So what we have to do, mm, that keep applying knowledge, keep applying knowledge. For me, any situation come, okay, we can sort out, we can discuss. But first, internally, you have to just use knowledge. And it's very lovely to do that because you feel very good. You do feel suddenly. mm, that there is more light within the self. Once in a while, sitting in meditation, if you go a point of light and from there you see, is it complete light or there are some little bit corners which are still dark? So knowledge is light, right? I am light, Baba is light, but we don't apply it, right? If I keep applying knowledge, reflect, churn, then you will find that you are becoming not only uh, light from darkness, but also lightness. You should see, feel so light, right? And that lightness will definitely not only we become angels, but also victorious. So success is one thing. God's task, of course, we will be successful, but victory is personal. Success, see, when you're doing something, even if you are not able to do, or Baba will make it happen because it's his task. Right? Baba also says success is your birthright, but victory, every moment I need to be fearless, keep courage, and claim victory. And that is why we become the jewels of victory, beads of victory. And we all want to be the garland or the rosary of victory, Vajanti Mala. So if I want to be that bead in the rosary of victory, then I have to claim victory at every moment. So Kali is shown very, very ugly, right? Why they show the tongue coming out mm, is like when she is at the time of distraction, dancing, and a lot of bodies are under her feet. So she's like dancing on bodies. Because in the end, when there's destruction, it is the death is dancing, no? And one very important practice to be victorious is always be in Baba's company. Mm. Because these days you hear the situation, mm, no one can even go for cremation, right? On Zoom. Mm. No one can come and see you in hospital. Everything is because of precautions they take. And if I'm not used to being with Baba, it's very difficult. With lot of people, they find most difficulties when they are alone. That is the time they need support. So I always say, remember, I have come alone. Uh, When I came from the womb by my mother, I didn't bring anyone, right? Came alone and I have to go alone, but with Baba. So this companionship, at this time, such a good practice. I am with Baba all the time. And then at the last moment, you will never feel. mm, It's not that it will happen in physical way, but mm, they say most difficult journey, last part of journey is when soul is leaving body. They say that's the most difficult time. Then of course suddenly people have heart attack and but I always keep Brahma Baba in front of me. I always remember that how he went, did class, everyone had Brahma Bhojan, and after class he went in his room, sat on his bed or cot, and start giving drishti. There were 12, 15. And very, very beautifully hold Dadi Prakashmani's hand, like handing over Yagya responsibility. Not telling I'm going, not any expression on the face. So beautiful, right? And it's good, keep that vision because that's where you will find it will happen also. And then they always, that time we used to say, for the soul that bird flew. Mhm. We say angel. After that, this whole thing of angelic started. And also Dadi Prakashmani became responsible. Mhm. Same as all of us, whatever responsibilities we have. Mhm. I go, I hand over. Mhm. So all these practices which Baba had been giving us, so invoke the power of being fearless and power being in company of Baba consistently, always with Baba. But when you will keep saying Baba and Baba's, remembrance will increase definitely. Right? So let's now hear a little bit more about story of Kali, but invoke power of victory, and that's our uh, most important power. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, special 9 nights of the goddesses. So let's first watch our Kali Ma's picture, as Didi mentioned.
Welcome to Navratri series. When we look at the pictures and different portrayals of all the goddesses, we have seen how beautifully they are decorated with jewels and flowers. Their faces are filled with happiness and joy. But among those goddesses, there is one goddess who is portrayed differently. Goddess Kali. The root word of the term Kali or Kal means the time. She is the one who gains victory over time with her power to be fearless. Mahakali or Mahakala means the one who brings the great death. Mahakali is the destroyer of the forces of inertia.
Mahakali is shown with blue or black 3 eyes. Her 3 eyes represent her knowledge of the 3 aspects of time. Her most common image shows each hand carrying a sword, a trishul, and a severed head, and a ball or skull cup. Her eyes are described as red with intoxication and in absolute rage. The sword signifies divine knowledge, and the human head signifies ego, which must be slain by divine knowledge in order to attain salvation.
As fearsome as she may appear, Mahakali is the most compassionate goddess of them all. Her love is so fierce that she destroys evil in order to grant liberation to all her devotees.
The right hand shows her being fearless, while her left hand is the one of a bestower of blessings. She is considered to be beyond the covering of Maya. Since she is pure, being conscious, bliss, and far away from the influence of the five impure elements.
Goddess Kali is an embodiment of power to face. Power to face is one step ahead of power to tolerate. On one hand, we can tolerate the wrong, but on the other hand, we convey the truth that we hold, but in a peaceful way. So in order to face, we need to be courageous, fearless, and truthful. This is why Baba always says, instead of having kamna, learn to do samna. In other words, instead of having desires, you need to learn the power to face. So let's all ignite the Mahakali form within us and become victorious over all the bondages.
Om Shanti. Such a deep and significance of Ma Kali, and many devotees with so much bhavna, they do devotion for Ma Kali. So now let's move forward and get our homework for tomorrow.
समझो कि ये कुश्ती का खेल रही है, अच्छी तरह से मारो, घबराओ नहीं, खेल है। तो साखियों का खेल करने में मजा आता है.
So let's all become victorious in these games of Maya by staying in the awareness that I, the soul, am a goddess Kali who remains fearless as a detached observer and constant companion of the Father.
Om Shanti. So we all are Kalima, right? Fearless. We can cut all devils, right? Their heads. Not human beings, but all these devils. All vices, all Maya, Raman. Just destroy them. Okay, I, the soul, am Kali, who remains fearless as a detached observer and constant companion of the Father. So, this is our homework for tomorrow. Let's take Drishti from Didi and remember Baba.